The Yawalapichi live in central Brazil, south of the Amazon rainforest. Today, they are celebrating the beginning of the Peki festival, which honors their fruit trees and hummingbird spirits. It's also the last event in their seasonal calendar of rituals. Colorful dances and games bring cheer to the hardest time of the year. For tribes of the Amazon basin, the rainy season is a continuous one, lasting for half the year. But on this occasion, the Peki festival threatens to be very different. Unknown to the villagers, the village shaman has predicted a lunar eclipse. For a deeply superstitious community who fear the forces of the supernatural, an eclipse would bring powerful, possibly malicious spirits into their village. For the moment, the chief, his leaders, and the community are unaware of events about to unfold. Xingu National Park lies in the heart of Brazil and south of the Amazon rainforest. In 1961, it became South America's first indigenous park and an ecological haven belonging to the tribes of the Xingu region. The park is a realm of rivers and headwaters, which flow into the river Xingu. The river Xingu itself joins the mighty Amazon 1,000 miles to the north. For the communities of Xingu, the rivers and lagoons are the lifeblood of their culture. One of these Xingu peoples is the Yawalapichi. Today, the villagers of Yawalapichi are celebrating the Peki festival, unaware of any problems that may lie ahead. The festive games are called Alukaka, which will test the men's prowess and strength. Before the women and children join in the game, the men follow a ceremonial approach to the courtyard in front of the men's hut. This is the most important space in the village because it's the place where their ancestors are buried. The men have oiled up their bodies in preparation for an assault by the women, and it's Chief Aritana who calls the women to the men's hut. The men can only silently await the frenzy. Women love the Alukaka games. It's one of the few times of year when control swings noticeably in their favor. At the front is Chumin, the wrestling champion, and the line stretches back to the youngest and weakest. The rules of the game are straightforward. The women must break the line and tear the young warriors off, one man at a time. Eventually, the only man left is the wrestling champion. The game ends when the women tear him away from the pole. The games continue throughout the day, bringing a festive atmosphere to the normally hard-working community. Around 200 people live in the village at any one time. Cultural events, such as the Peki festival, bring the community together. Everyone takes great pride to wear their traditional clothes and adornments. As the day progresses, the games become increasingly boisterous. The next game to be played is unashamedly sexual and great fun. It's a game where genders are reversed. The women pretend to be men, who gang together to answer the taunts of their opposites. Pretending to be women, the men are pounced on by the other sex. After the day's revelry, the village women go off to the river to bathe. Women bathe separately to the men, except when with their husbands or close family. Now that the games are over, the village has quietened down. But an unexpected event has brought the Yawalapichi leaders to the men's hut. Chief Aritana has been informed by the shaman that tonight there'll be a lunar eclipse. For Shingu peoples, an eclipse is a sacred event. If it does indeed take place, this will mean postponing the Peki festival. The news will dramatically transform events in the village.
Iruka awapuka video. Keri. Ka junupi. Ka junupa keri jumuka mapuka pai wanukari. Itapuka azo awaku lukuka. Aju mahuti chupuluka, aju mahuti chup. Da aputuka pulita buluka.
One of the first rituals performed during a lunar eclipse involves the young men. They will be whipped as the Earth's shadow passes over the moon.
Maika lakai suka. Maika lakai suka.
Before the leaders inform the young men that they will later be whipped, they must be sure that the eclipse really will take place. Traditionally, it's the shaman who predicts an eclipse, and a shaman has more than one way of knowing. There is another way that a shaman knows of a forthcoming eclipse. Animal behavior is affected by the moon. Though an untrained ear might not notice these subtleties, it's the skill of a medicine man to be aware of these natural signs. The name of the village shaman who predicted the eclipse is Aira. He fears the eclipse. The moon is a powerful